as Eli Manning stays on his feet. It is caught by Tyree.
Welcome to Catch the Moment Podcast. I'm your host, David Tyree, back for another episode, getting you where you got to go on your journey. You're going to get the process. You're going to get the pain points. You're going to get the real. You can see I have a snarky, sly family and guest.
He can't help himself.
Also can see I have the illustrious one here.
Can we just get to the questions, bro?
See,
we can't even introduce him.
To start with the questions.
So
let's talk our stuff.
I'm going to lean back because I'm going to have to get some woosahs in real quick because I have a very ignorant young man.
We're starting off straight with ignorant.
Yeah, we're going there.
Wait, don't you always, before we start, you give like little this is family right here. He's great. He's amazing. You did nothing of that.
Before I can introduce the guy, he goes right into the camera shot. Because you just have to have some glory.
Introduce me.
No.
What do you mean have some glory? There's a camera on. I have my own camera. You have yours. There's a big one right here. We all have a separate camera. There's no separate glory.
So you can see we know each other.
Just start talking.
So we can see we obviously know each other. This is Burnell Branch from 2B Media.
LLC.
He's also, I care about your little LLC. Hey man, so Burnell is very much responsible for the quality of video content that we get here.
With much beatings from me.
That's
okay? I just have to.
You guys see, I said
the better he's getting, I promise you, is because I'm throwing those lashes out.
I said nothing to her. Everything was pointed at him. I'm terrified of Leah Tyree. Let it be known to everybody that's watching, I'm terrified of her.
So we want to bring you some good vibes. This is a long-awaited episode, only because you're going to see how retarded. This is a behind the scenes, but Burnell's an exemplary young man. He has a lot that he brings to the table in relation to our own life. But
that's what I like. All right, let's stay in that.
One of those warts on your butt that you can't get.
God, you could not stop yourself.
But
you couldn't stop.
So where do we really start, right? So I don't want to. There's too much. There's too much with this guy.
But you know what? Let's start with how we met Burnell.
Okay. Do David first, or do I do you? Which one do I?
You know.
Do I discuss how I met you? Because I like the way I met you.
No.
You were quiet for the only time in my life the day I met you. David's been all downhill since he was my hero.
We have known Burnell as long as we've been married. So we've been married 18 years.
I met Burnell before we got married.
Yeah, you met Burnell before we got married.
Man. So, Montclair High School, we know that.
Montclair represent. Let's go, Mounties.
David Tyree gets drafted to the NFL. So I remember I walked into the nurse's office or class, and I saw you in the office, and it was like you were just joy. I mean, you're hugging everybody. You're loud, so you're just. I can hear you through the glass door. David Tyree, I got drafted. I'm like, oh crap, that's David Tyree. That's pretty cool. So we get done with.
Is that what you were really like, though?
I didn't get to where I was really like, but that day I was like, oh, all right, there he is. That's David Tyree. That's pretty cool. You were outside working out in the back, I forgot what the field his name is, but behind the basketball court, you were working on the field, and I'm like, that's David Tyree. I gotta take my shot. Bro. So I was like, Dave, look, I got a cannon, bro. Like, if you need me, I can throw the ball pretty well. You gave me the typical fan, like, all right, cool, great, awesome. And I threw that damn pill at you, and you knew it was real over here. Locked and loaded, ready to go at all times. So I can throw, maybe not as accurate as I would like, but I can throw football.
All right. Okay.
So now I'm a typical fan. I'm like, I got David Tyree's number. I'm calling every chance I get, so I did. I called class. I called when I was going home. I called when I thought it was a good idea. I thought I called when it was a bad idea. I called. I remember there was one time you let us come to the game. I'm a senior in high school, but I made you a poster that I drew by hand.
OMG.
And I walked in at 17 years old with this poster. I remember when it had your number 7 for Montclair High School, had number 81 for Syracuse, and it had number 85 for the Giants. And I was like, he's going to see the sign. He's going to be so proud of me. And I remember I
never saw the sign.
I went down. The game was over. You're about to walk on the field. I ran all the way down to the as far as they would let me go. And I was like, David, Henry, Mountie. I tried every word that would make you look at me. And you look in the stands, and I want you guys to see how he looked at me. He's walking along, and I'm flipping out. But he looked at me, he said, and he kept on moving. My poster went to crap. All the excitement, I lost my voice from trying to get your attention. That just all just went to crap.
Went to crap.
But he's still my hero. But after that, we got a chance to develop like a real relationship, right? We got a chance to spend years.
Yeah. Years. I mean, that's definitely. That was good. That was real good. I'm proud of you for that part of this. So yeah, his mom definitely threatened me. I remember, meeting your mom.
God, I'm sorry. I didn't get that.
And she, my son really likes you, and
hi, mommy.
I need you to be on your best behavior.
I love you, mama.
And so, at that time, I was a full grade A heathen, and I wanted to be a role model, but I really wasn't. So, what makes Burnell very special is that when my life was transformed. And I was actually transformed, but very unstable, which is, I'll let you tell some of that fun story.
I got that locked in.
Oh, yeah, you got I
got that one. I remember you were
So this is an episode where we do a little bit of life journey, but this guy's been such a part of our life and our journey and his family as well. And we're still doing business and doing life to this day. But I'm going to tell you what, he was a pest. That first year when I was in the National Football League, he was an absolute pest. He was the kid that took...
That's the word you can use, pest.
The little bit of door opening that we gave, you kicked that thing down.
Here's what you should.
But guess what? When I had my worst moment getting arrested on marijuana possession.
Only person that called you was who?
The only person that called me.
Still think you're my hero.
Was Burnell Branch.
Still think you're my hero.
And then him and his family invited me. You shut up.
Getting clowned at school.
How could you like that?
Why is that my person voice? But how could you like that loser?
Is that your Jim Gaffigan alter ego voice?
Oh my God. Jim Gaffigan. But it was like, how could you talk to that loser still, man? He's in jail. What you seeing that dude? I'm like, he's a giant. I got his number. I'm gonna call him. What you want me to do?
But it was dope because I did have a life changing moment. I was being transformed. But they invited me over.
And here's the reason why. My mom was like, who the hell's David? He's got arrested and you're still calling him. Who is he? I was like, he plays
my Jerry Berry.
He plays
Jerry.
Giants.
Hold on, she's my Jerry.
I'm going to show this video so she knows.
Okay. You got to sprinkle a little.
So she's like, he needs to come to this house. He needs to sit at my table and I need to know who he is. So this is actually the first time I met Leila. Yes. So David comes in, and oversized was in there at that time. Like oversized everything.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you came in, you were wearing overalls, but only one strap was on, which that's your style then. So you had one strap off, one strap on, and you came in like a hot fire. You were like, I'm not going to do the voice. I almost did the voice. But you came in so hot. Mm-hmm. My dad is a Giants fan, so he was going berserk that there was a Giants guy in the house. Mm-hmm. But after about 15 minutes, he was through with you. He was like, what the hell is this dude talking about? What is he saying? Who is my son with? Did he leave the table?
So confused.
Did he leave the table?
He did toward the end of the evening.
Oh, well, yeah, all right, cool. That's my dad.
Yeah.
But I remember you just did not stop talking. The whole time. You didn't breathe. Leila, though. Leila walked in. She didn't have this part of her glasses.
Oh, snap.
This part right
here.
Hey,
we was doing bad.
Wait. This is the thing. We were just beginning a new life together.
So every now and then, you were like this. Every now and then you did like this.
Douche, man.
And it was slanted.
El douche.
And you were pregnant with Josiah.
With Josiah.
You were pregnant with Josiah. So I knew y'all before y'all had the team. I knew you just had one. But Leila was what saved this relationship right here. Because my mother did not like you.
It's okay. But she fell in love with me.
There was something about Leila. At that point, it was...
I tell people all the time, the moment they meet my wife, they won't care about me anymore. So I'm totally comfortable about it.
I was smart. You were just a doorway to Leila, all right? You were great for that introduction right there. And I never formally thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Because Leila is the real gem here. And without you, David, I wouldn't have Leila. So thank you.
Yeah.
And I brought something up too.
Catch that moment.
I want y'all to understand.
So now you see who's at the table and won't stop talking now.
No, you're talking, and and it's my turn. I said this earlier, and I want everybody in TV land or wherever we're broadcasting this to know, he used to have a chipped tooth. That's when I met him. He was a lot more humble then. This guy now with all the, I don't know who this guy is.
You act like I had a missing tooth. Like I just got the chipped tooth.
It was noticeable that you had a chipped tooth.
I did.
And that was
big shout out to Nas. Check the chipped tooth smile. I was like definitely all in on the chipped tooth. No problem. But yeah, man. Still, listen, man.
20 years later, still.
This guy right here, man.
Listen, we fell in love with Burnell and his family. That's the truth.
Yep.
Because we were just married, and we had just bought a house in West Orange. They lived in
Right next door.
Montclair,
Right
literally
next door.
next door. It really was on the border, and really, his mom was showing me how to be a wife. I literally followed her around for months, and we literally relax. We literally slept in their house for a few months after we got married. And we did life together. We did family together. We did Costco runs together.
And I talk about that even now. It was like my life for however many months that was wake up in the morning, you'd be sleeping on the couch. Both of you guys, you may have left for work already.
Yeah. We slept over
quite a bit.
We did a lot.
enough.
Because it was
Definitely,
wake up, buy Leila, go to school, come home. You came back from practice already. Leil's cooking white rice. Thank you. Leil's introducing us to this
White rice is a whole other conversation.
Oh my God. we joke around, watch a movie, go to sleep. We do the thing. Like, that was my life for years. And it was like, this is so cool, man. It's still a giant at that point. I got a New York Giant sleeping in my house. But so I'm the oldest of my natural siblings. But I had like an older, and we got to the point where I just started saying my older brother.
All right, so let's talk about that.
Oh boy.
I know when to start.
I'm sorry. It's our turn.
I'm fine.
Zip it.
So just sip it. Yeah, just sip it for a little bit.
So we would go out to different events, okay? Whether it was an event or we'd run into somebody, maybe from like Montclair.
Sure.
And they, for some reason, they would say, "Oh man, David, we ran into your brother." No, my husband doesn't have any.
I don't have any brothers.
They do.
I don't have any brothers. So this began to be a weird occurrence because we didn't agree. We didn't agree that this was, hey, like, this is my little brother.
Where's the book at?
And so this began to be a constant occurrence. And some people, sometimes they might remember the name, and sometimes, like, yeah, you got a brother, right? I'm like, no, I don't. I got two older sisters. Like, oh man, it's weird. I met a young man. He's from Montclair. Burnell. I'm like, oh, Burnell. Great kid. Yeah, man, we close, man. We spent a lot of time together. He's not my brother, but that was about 3 years of.
You were denying me for so long.
You know how often that would happen?
I said you were my sister too.
I know. I'm just telling you
They
that.
just wanted to talk to him. What you want me to do?
No.
If they knew you, they'd be like, hey,
We were like,
I met your brother.
Weird.
We would be confused sometimes. You got to let us know. We weren't privy.
No, it's called weird. Okay? It's called weird. It's called crossing boundaries. It's called boundaries for a reason, right? It's like, hey, man, we really like you. We like you like us, but we're not in an all-in relationship just yet. Definitely not in the point where it's like,
I don't care.
Then he switched.
I don't care.
Then he switched to Godbrother. You got that.
Well, I elevated him from Burnell to God. You know what?
Yeah.
He's my God brother.
Yeah, then he had to make an excuse for you. Guess what he was? He was an intercessor.
Had to just lay the bridge because
You know why? So that you wouldn't be weird.
I am weird though, and I'm okay with it. Like, I am weird. It took a long time for me to accept who I am, and I'm altered this way. I'm weird, but that's okay because my weirdness allows me to do all this crazy, good-looking crap. It allows me to have the wherewithal.
Hey, you have a camera. Why are you coming into ours?
Because I want them to know I'm weird. Like, I can look in this camera,
to know
we can get
weird.
involved in the conversation.
Good.
Right back to
and
my camera.
they will know that we love weird.
Thank you. See? If I was just some regular schmegular kid that was like, hey, David, you're my hero. Okay, bye now.
I don't know exactly what kind of value we're adding to the audience right now, but as long as we're all having a good time.
We'll get to it. Because what I was going to allude to before you interrupted me and tell me the weird story was that I need an example to live by, right? I need that. I'm the oldest of my siblings, but I never felt like it was my brother Steve.
Big shout out, Steve.
My dog.
We love you, Stevie.
And my little brother Steve, I felt like he was older brother.
He
like,
was.
I was the dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You won't let me.
Good job, Steve.
I'm trying
Good
to
job,
look
Burnell.
diamonds now, and then you're just gonna keep on just like, yeah, shut up.
My fault.
All right. Like I needed someone to follow behind. All right. Here's the point. I need somebody to follow because I don't have. I'm just not good with direction myself. Mm-hmm. I need somebody to be like, hey, that's not a good idea. All right. Well, I'm not gonna.
But this is the thing. Okay, so let's talk about that. Because, we survived Burnell's college years.
You survived.
I just want you to know that we survived it. Because Burnell didn't listen.
To anything.
Okay? He would call us. We would still be in touch. He was up
We
at...
can still be in touch. Like, y'all ain't going nowhere. Like,
I get it.
I'm not going
Meaning
anywhere.
you called us through your college years and we would be like, Burnell, stop. Burnell, don't do that. Burnell, you shouldn't be involved in that. Burnell.
Quick
But guess what?
Just real quick.
Burnell, you
Did
don't
you
listen.
Did y'all listen when y'all were my age back then? Tell the truth.
Guess
Tell
what?
the truth.
Can I tell you something?
Tell the truth.
We didn't have somebody like us in our life. Bam.
Stay out of our camera, man. It's starting to get back to weird. We surpassed weird.
we're right
You're
here,
accepted.
weird.
Get out of my camera.
I didn't listen, but I didn't.
All right, there's a bar right there. Catch the moment.
Yes.
I didn't listen. But at the same time, like I needed that voice.
There you
Because
go.
when I did, when I was about to do something, I was like, I did some things that weren't like great. But those times where I was like, all right, I'm about to do this. I did have a voice like, that's probably not a good idea.
Hey, share with us one stupid.
What story do you want me to tell?
Just give us one because
What story do you want
I
me
like
to tell?
transparency, truth.
Yes.
Transparency and transformation.
open
We're not
book.
just going to talk around.
I'm an open book.
Give the audience
My wife is texting me.
one solid Burnell
What do you want me to tell?
spoof through the college
the
years at
dumb-
Utica. Give me one of your dumbest experiences.
Give
college
us one
years.
where
I acted drunk for a night. I took a can of beer. While no one's looking, I poured it out. I filled it up with water. And for the night, I would do that throughout the night. I would pour the drink out, fill it up so people would see me drink. But I would act drunk. So I did everything now. Like I would think that was like, that's a stupid idea. You shouldn't do that. I was like, nope, I'm doing it. Today I'm doing it. So I acted drunk for a night. All right, I did. It was stupid. That was the dumbest thing I did. I also accidentally stole a car.
accidentally.
Accidentally. I've kind of accidentally stole a car before.
No. It was a literal 1 in a million shot that this would happen. But all right, so this is what happened. So I didn't drink in college, which is why I had to act drunk for that one night. I was a DD though. Like I was a designated driver. I didn't drink. Everybody can trust me with their car. Cool, great. Now I also didn't have a license for a good year, and I'm still driving. But I got to all the parties essentially for free because I was driving everybody. So my boy goes to get a key. It works in the car. Just take off driving. We're out till 2, 3 in the morning. I get back. McGriddles had just came out.
Griddles.
I felt that in your soul.
Yes.
I felt the syrupy
Oh,
joy in your soul.
because I'm a college kid and they cost like $1.30. I can eat like 4 of those, be like king for a day.
Oh God,
You know what I mean?
so
Like-
gross.
So, oh God, I want to eat it now. But I get back to campus. I'm sitting there. My boy's upstairs. He had just met a girl, so he's getting to know her. Don't do that. He's upstairs getting to know her. So I'm sitting in the front waiting because that's what idiots do. I should have just went home. But I'm sitting there. Cop is looking at me. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. He flashed the light on the license plate. He's like, I'm on works for police department. I'm not scared of cops. I respect him. So he walks over. I'm like, hey, what's up? He said, where'd you get the car from? I'm like, got it from this place. I know it's the state of cops. I got it from this place at this time with this person. What's up? He said, oh, yeah, that's stolen. Saying, no, it's not. This car is not stolen.
Smile, smile and everything.
Right.
No, it's not.
This car is not stolen. Give me 1 second. Hey, bro, wrap it up. Get downstairs. Stuff's getting real around here. So cop's like, yeah, it's stolen, bro. You got to come with me. I'm like, oh, damn. All right. So I got to the police station. They're like, well, why'd you steal the car? I'm like, bro, I didn't. The key works. He said, there's no way. You have a Oldsmobile. We're supposed to take a station wagon. So glad we didn't take a station wagon because we ended up taking a Ford Explorer.
Nice.
Looks a little
Much
better for a party, right?
No doubt.
I said, look, just go try it. He walked out, came back in, he was like, I have to let you go. The key works. I'm like, yeah, it does. Even still, they arrested me. So I don't know if it's still on my record, but I do have an active arrest. I almost missed jail. Now, all that didn't scare me. I was fine with all that.
Did you call your mother?
That's what scared me.
That's what I want to know.
And here's
what
the thing.
did Geraldine?
Geraldine.
I called her as soon as I got back to my dorm room. And it was 5. It was early. So I called her phone. I knew not to call my dad. Call my mama. But my dad answered. My dad was a cussing man. And he let me have it. And so in his rage, he woke up my mom. And my mom was pretty cool. She was like, did the key work? Yeah. I'm like, yeah, it did work, Mom. What you want me to do? She was like, all right. Whatever. He didn't mean to do it. So that was the dumbest thing I did. And then I also left college without graduating. Didn't know that.
Okay, that's another story. Okay, because that was some.
I'm giving you.
Hey, listen,
that was an area where we were like, Burnell, you cannot spend 8 years trying to get a bachelor's degree.
6.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was 6.5.
You remember that?
Yeah, because that was like, Ice Cube and Higher Learning. Like
we were so upset with you.
Super. You guys are always upset with me. It's just like, that's our relationship.
Super duper senior.
We were like, what are you doing?
Seniors 4 years.
I was Van Wilder.
Super seniors 5 years. Super duper senior.
At 6 years, and I had an extra semester, so I was just impenetrable with Super. I was Mega Man. I was Mega Man.
It was painful.
So I would have been gone early, but remember I broke my elbow playing football.
Yes.
So I had to leave. So it's not all my fault.
You mean participating in football?
Okay, here's the dumbest thing I did. I was full time. I didn't like the class. I didn't like 2 classes. I didn't like 3 classes. I just dropped all of them. I had 6 credits in one semester. I was full time, but I only had 6 credits. I had 2 classes. So I was going Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that was it.
Right, just having a blast.
I had a blast in college.
I can't stand you.
Okay, we gotta
move
on.
I'm an adult. I got kids. I got a wife. I got a business, and that's when you turn a frown upside down. I'm mature now.
Where there's a big old dash in between.
But we definitely had to, talk you off the Puff Daddy gig. Okay.
All right. So nothing. I'm spectacularly talented.
You didn't listen there.
I'm talented, whatever I do, and I got into songwriting. And I was pretty daggone good, and you guys did not like that.
No, this guy's an idiot. Okay.
Not one bit did you like.
This guy
that.
was an idiot.
How was that an idiot? I'm talented.
Okay, he was that brown nose, just wet behind the ear. Don't know nothing about nothing.
Even Steven was like, I'm concerned about Burnell. If your old younger brother.
See, you're talking stuff I didn't know.
You didn't know that? We would have meetings.
You would have interventions without me being there.
Yes.
Correct.
About what?
Trying to get you off the ledge.
Okay.
Trying to get you not to ruin your life.
Lovingly gullible. Gullible.
Look, that was nice.
That was it.
You know what? Why can't we stay in that vein all the time?
Lovingly gullible. It was really hard to see.
So here's the thing. You have a filter you use with everybody else. Like, you mean to say, you freaking idiot, but with everybody, you're like, hey, I think you could have made a better decision. With me, it's just freaking idiot. Why can't I?
No, not the first time around. Usually, we're trying to give you the instruction that's going to save you.
I feel like that's generally what you guys do.
That's because remember what I told
after
you before?
You don't listen for years.
You don't listen.
See, I don't listen. You said that you did say that.
I say that a lot,
I remember
right?
that.
That's the force.
I did.
That has to be used. But let's fast forward. Because that was definitely years ago.
That was definitely many moons ago.
But that was the beginning of forever with you, Burnell.
So here's the thing. Like, I used to say, I'm not going anywhere. But it's not like y'all just aren't leaving me alone. Like, y'all aren't going anywhere now. And I'm grateful for it. Like, it used to be like, I don't care where they go. I'm just not leaving them. And then at some point, I think it switched to like, they're not leaving me alone. They won't leave. But
nothing ever switched. Don't worry.
No, it switched.
Never switched.
We're just going to say.
But I do love this guy.
When you guys need this done, who do you call?
Ghostbusters.
When you need something typed up, who do you call?
Ghostbusters.
When you need somebody just to do something.
You want the other side of that, though, right?
I do. Come on with it.
When you need a MacBook Pro.
Oh, you just keep on hanging that MacBook Pro.
When you need...
What do I do with the MacBook Pro?
Everything.
For y'all.
No.
Do you remember how that came up? All right, continue. People need to know that story.
Wait, time out.
He bought me a MacBook
Pro.
No,
it didn't start. It didn't start.
What else?
Did I have anything going on when you got the MacBook Pro?
You spit on me.
Did I have a podcast when you got the MacBook Pro?
I needed a MacBook Pro.
Did I have a podcast when you got the MacBook Pro?
I needed a MacBook Pro because I was doing work for you guys and my computer was dying.
No.
You were like, Burnell, you know what?
I I had work that could have been
You
done.
are hanging you just hanging that over my head. You're just
Because that's the basis of your business right now, right?
It's not. Oh wow! It's not
That's the headquarters of your business,
it's
isn't
not
it?
the cameras, the $5,000, $6,000 in camera equipment I
No,
have.
that came later.
You know what? Thank you.
That
David.
came later.
You were the precipice of my photography.
No, I sold into your efforts, your pursuits.
You sowed. That's better. I like that. All right, cool. Thank you very much, sir. You sowed into it.
You guys are
And I have in the
amazing.
past.
You have.
guys are
You
amazing.
consistently sow into
All
it.
right, it's time to give the audience some nuggets, guys.
Oh,
Please, I've been waiting for it.
Okay, how about this?
It's time.
Guys, a lunatic.
One thing is, don't give up on relationships.
That's what I was gonna say.
Were you?
Everything I have that's worth having, I've gone through a relationship.
Excellent.
This bad boys thing, I didn't get that through a relationship. That was me trying to force it, right? Me trying to go after it. But everything I have, like the camera I have, actually this camera right here, somebody bought that for me because they believed in me.
Mm-hmm.
Every opportunity I have in videography started with you guys' 15-year wedding anniversary video that I did on my
Yes.
iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that came through, like me doing this, me knowing or having a hunger to learn this stuff came through a relationship. Anything I have. I met my wife at your house. Like I got the job I have now because I'm still working a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
I got through a relationship I have.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's nothing that I have that is separate from a relationship that I built, not based on, well, besides you, not based on anything else. Like I didn't want something from you or the person I got it from. Like I just wanted to have a relationship. I'm literally nothing without the relationships that I'm afforded. You know?
Bars.
Here we go.
Like,
That's awesome.
I'm just not.
Well, that's one of
Yes.
those. This
Yes.
is a true life lesson, right? So give me like 45 seconds to pontificate, because a lot of times we want to, we have goals, dreams, ambitions,
Yeah.
and hopefully if you're alive and you have a pulse, those things exist. But ultimately, we're oftentimes looking for the transactions, we're looking for the treasures, we're looking for the tools, and ultimately where you're going to find them is in the hands of people. So, Burnell is that lifelong relationship that we've found to nurture, to add value to. But ultimately, we're serving. We've gotten to the point where we serve one another. The relationship is so strong, and it's so rich where we're kind of in it together. But as we grow forward, we go for it. So that's really where you want to. Whatever your goals are, you're going to find them in the resources in your own relational ecosystems. And even on down to your wife. Look at you, brother. Come on now. Come on.
I met her in your basement. Just.
We gotta make that sound a little better.
No,
make it sound like
but it is
sex
that.
trafficking or something like
No,
that.
but it is that.
Really?
No,
No, I'm just-
like I wasn't looking for her.
Right.
That's
It's
not saying anything about relationship, but I know like marriage or you'll
No,
find
it's
who
good.
you're looking for while you're not looking for them. It's not like
Yes.
that. Like
I remember
would
your
just-
dreams of oh gosh, man. I just had a
Talk about it.
flashback
Talk
of.
about it. Talk about it.
Well, you had a fascination of knowing what your wife looked like.
I did.
I remember. I'm like
Almost
what is
down to
this
down
one
to
like
what
this-
she was wearing.
This boy was spaced out a little bit. I'm like, really? So
Was
exactly.
it spaced out? Was it specific? So
Spaced out.
Look,
I remember. I remember. I was totally out. I was like, she's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's wearing this. She has light skin. She has tan hair. She's Spanish of some sort. I
you
remember,
told us that you saw her at Costco,
I did.
but you didn't.
I'm not saying it was right. I'm saying I saw some at Costco walking down the aisle. I saw a girl. She was gorgeous, and she wasn't there, obviously, but she was there. Like, I'm not crazy. I'm not.
Anytime that you have to say I'm not crazy.
But listen, we can't go too far.
No, go ahead.
The value, because I really want to draw
have to stop
out.
touching the table.
I'm not gonna
The
stop.
audio is gonna mess up.
It's gonna be fine.
All right.
I want to just draw attention to people and relationships, and the reason why is because obviously, I feel like now we're in a space where, of course, it's easier to connect with people,
Yeah,
right?
very easy.
But it's kind of like, well, how you go about that, because sometimes people will reach out to you, and I'm sure all of us have experienced this, where it feels just very transactional,
Yeah.
as opposed to like, hey, let's get to know each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not that we won't do something together as time goes on, and you probably know a lot in relation to that.
I think the main thing is, it's a common word that everyone's talking about is being authentic, right? Like having a sense of understanding who you are and what direction you're trying to go. And ultimately you want to align with people who are kind of have that same sense of of understanding in their own selves. And when you engage based on, maybe you're engaging based on some place you met. Maybe maybe you find a point of connection in relation to where you're from, the business that you're in, the industry that you're in. You're always looking for a point of connection, and hopefully that begins to stimulate the relationship where it's authentic, right? You have that sense of common ground, and you can kind of explore where the relationship goes. If there's that immediate kind of I won't say you hit it off,
but cohesiveness in a sense.
That's the hardest part about my business now. I mean, I'm now a photographer. Like the idea that I have a business that I'm good at, is mind blowing to me, because you guys know where I come from. Like, I would start stuff, I put it down, put it down.
Sure.
Like, I just don't want to stop this photography thing. I'm good at it.
Yeah.
I can respectfully and humbly say, I'm dope at photography and videography. Like, I'm good. So
I'm gonna keep him humble, y'all. He's a little too early. He's good, but dope. We gonna reserve dope, and I'm gonna hold this down for a little bit. But y'all check him out too.
2B
Media LLC. Don't forget the LLC.
You know how I got the name 2B Media LLC?
What?
Your wife. I asked her what a good company name was, and
she's dope.
She
has a proven track record of being dope.
But what I'm saying, like, the hardest part I have is the idea of a transactional relationship to start with, because now it's not just about I have friends that want me to do something. Now it's like a business. We'll say, hey, we're interested in working with you. It's hard for me to switch off like friend to now go straight to business, which is why I have my wife doing the business talk.
Right.
Like, I have a hard time like talking about like, hey, the only reason that I know you and you know me is so I can work for you or make money off you. I almost hate that. Like, I hate having a conversation about money, because I just feel like I just don't like that. Yeah. It's like I want the relationship. And I'm now, because you know me, now I have this skill that I would love to serve you with.
Sure.
Like, that's the part that like I like.
I think that's
hard
fair.
sometimes.
Well, I think there's the reality that you only have but so much room in your life for genuine relationships, and when you're in business, you're hoping to grow a healthy business that may serve many customers that you are maintaining a relationship with. Right? It's like the follow-up call. Right? You meet someone, and there's the follow-up call. That's where we win or we lose oftentimes.
Yeah.
And our ability to maintain that relationship. It's the same way in life as it is to some degree as it is in business, but in your personal life. And I think this is anyone's challenge. Any and everyone's challenge is how to create the most healthy boundaries, be as authentic, sincere in your expression, but meaningful in understanding that, okay, I actually do have to feed my family. I actually do have to, responsibilities in relation to people that maybe I'm a mentor to, a leader to, an influence on, a father, a brother, or sister. So, that's a space that every business owner, especially, is going to have to navigate, because, it's one portion of your life, and I can't be a dynamic friend to 100 people,
and that sucks. And if I'm going like, that sucks, because every opportunity I get the chance to meet with somebody, like I'm me. I'm passionate about every relationship I have. Like, you guys are an example of it. Like, I wish every relationship I had was like you guys. Maybe not to a degree, because y'all are my siblings. I almost say God, brothers. That's like, y'all are my siblings, and that's the depth of relationship that we have. But like, I feel terrible when I see somebody whose number's in my phone and I don't talk to them. Like, I'll see him at, a supermarket. It's like, oh my God, bro, what's up? I hate that. Like, I'd rather just not know you almost sometimes. Not really. I love everybody.
You're like, just kidding.
But it's like, I wish I had the depth of relationship, and I had the capacity, because you say, like, I just don't have the capacity. Like, I have a full-time job. I have a full-time business. I have 3 kids. I have a hot wife. I have a house. I have 2 cars. Like, my life is full.
Got a couple cars, huh?
I got a couple cars.
Nice.
A couple cars. Burnell grew up.
No,
you know what I think is important, though? I think that when you get the opportunity in those other relationships that you do come across and you do create, that when you do revisit them, that you make it meaningful.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's really the biggest thing.
I always say, and it happened one time, I used to coach. I did just so many things, but I used to coach. And I used to coach this football camp. It was a 4-day camp. And I'll tell you, it was 4 days for a reason. Coach it, but I give these kids everything I have. I pour everything I got, I'm going to give you, you know.
Sure.
I remember, you know, there was a kid that we called him Mighty Mouse. I don't remember his real name, but I gave him a nickname because he was a short running back, and he was tough, so I called him Mighty Mouse. Mm-hmm. I saw that kid 4 years later. It was a 4-day camp. This kid goes back to his home. He has his own friends. He has his own, he has his own little community.
Sure.
That kid remembered my name. He said, Coach B, what's up, man? He remembered me. And I'm not saying I'm anything to remember. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that
You should be.
I had an impact on him. I mean,
There
that's
you go.
what I desired. Not for any other sake, but besides the fact that I love you. At first meet, you know, you don't have to earn my love, or you have to earn my favor. You don't have to earn my love. But I love you, and what I have is yours, unless you show me that you don't need it.
It's powerful. No, you've heard enough of my little random sayings, but that's having love on tap. Being able to freely love
right
people.
There. That was me. I don't need you for revelation every time, all right? You gave a lot, thank you.
No.
But I get my own sometime, all right? That came from me, all right?
So we see who's having this problem with
No, it's not an
humility.
insult. It's just what it is. I don't need you for everything. I need you for a lot.
I can't with
Yeah,
this
I need
guy.
you for more. But not everything.
Lessons
And
of
that
humility.
part,
I cannot.
that is humble. It's not
You know
humble.
what it is he didn't get a chance to watch the transition toolbox. That's the problem.
What are you talking about? I
But
didn't get a chance to watch
let's
it.
move on, because
I
the next
recorded
thing
it.
I really want to share is
I shot the transition.
how about this? How about in business, times where you have to say, you know what, I can't.
That's tough too.
Like,
That's so
because
tough.
that's a reality. Like, hey, it's either meaning I don't have the
So
ability,
tough.
or you know what, we actually don't come together in a way where I could probably help you.
So I think another reason why I like photography so much is because I'm 36. I can't try anything else out. Like, I'm done trying stuff. I can't.
Okay,
maybe
I need your answer to actually be responsible.
Will you let me get there?
Well, you gotta get there fast.
Oh my! I can't paint the.
This is getting real. This is a Royal Rumble.
You know,
of a
you forget that he's an artist. Okay,
I'm an artist.
you are, and I need you to get
I have to
there.
paint. I'm an artist. I'm painting the picture so they can see it. All right. I'm 36. I can't try anything, which means every opportunity I get to use this skill now, it's like important. So when
Yes.
I have somebody that trusts me, and that's what it is. Somebody comes to you for a business idea. They trust you to propel it forward, right?
Correct.
So now they trust me to do, and I do photos and video. Hey, Burnell, can you please do this? Now, if I can't do that, it's like, it feels like, and it's probably completely untrue.
But no, not in that way. Not if you can't deliver a particular product. I'm just saying that, hey, you meet somebody, they tell you what they need, but it doesn't really align perhaps with your value system.
Even that's them trusting me enough to talk to me about it. I'm not.
No,
gonna come
you're
to you-
making that decision though.
I'm not gonna come to you and say, "Hey, do you know how to cook some crack?" You don't know how to do that. I would never think that you know how to cook some crack.
Is he
If
listening?
you know how to cook some
No,
crack,
he's not listening.
He's not
am I
listening.
not?
He's
Well,
having a
listen.
moment, aren't
This
we?
is a dysfunctional.
what
This
am
is
I?
a spirit.
This is a spirit.
This is a spirit.
Now you're getting all spiritual.
Yeah, we're always spiritual.
We're gonna just go
We're
straight.
always spiritual here in Catch the Moment because something's being said, but something's not being heard.
We were at the waist level.
That's a bar.
Okay.
Because how many times does that happen?
So every now and then you just gotta divert.
Paint me the picture so I understand.
You know,
the answer.
Jesus, the way Jesus said it, he who has ears to hear, let him hear. Because you recognize that things will be said, and for all kinds of different reasons, and that's not English comprehension, people won't understand.
See, now I feel attacked. I feel attacked. I feel
Babe,
like
you give it a try.
let me see. See the insults I get. You see? I'm
So
trying
no.
to-
Let me tell you something.
So the
This-
question is,
Yeah.
have you ever been in a position
Yes.
where someone wanted you to perform a job,
Yeah.
but it was not consistent with your values? And how did you handle that?
Yeah. So I had a client. She just was out there, and I couldn't do it.
What kind of ways was she out there? Was she a nudist? Was she a witchcraft? Was she a witch? Was she doing?
She was just on some stuff that I'm not on.
That's right. There
She
you
was
go.
just
I
on
like
some stuff
that.
that and how about this? I would never want to be on. I felt weird.
She on gasoline,
And
syrup?
it was like, honey, I'm here, and I just want you to stay on the phone with me because I don't like this.
Yes.
And it's like, I really want to shoot you. Like, I really do. I really want to, shoot video, but you want some different stuff. And for her sake, I won't say who she is, where she's from. It was just weird. All right? And I didn't handle it the best way. I just stopped answering. I just stopped. I ghosted. I went full Casper.
Why you do that?
Because I didn't know how to handle telling her.
So what do you do?
It's weird.
This is a great conversation.
50-50. You make the 50-50 call.
I didn't know how to say, this is weird. I'm not for it. I can't shoot.
But that's probably not. But hey, but people do that all the time because they don't really know how to communicate.
There you go.
Right?
Which leads to a really great conversation in general because it's very common. Meaning, and this could affect your business, right? Yeah. Like, I think it's a good point to recognize. Ghosting is a normal thing. Yeah. When somebody's done with the relationship, they just go silent. Yeah. And what it obviously the undercurrent or the backlash of ghosting is your reputation can be damaged inadvertently just by virtue of, man, this dude didn't even tell me. I solicited him for business and he just ignored me. Yeah. And I think that's, it's just something to consider in our modern day because on one end, there's this, I just don't know how to handle this. Right. But, this is a tremendous opportunity for anyone to grow in areas of communication in your marriage, in your, in your business, and ultimately in any relationship is like, okay, there's actually a proper way to say, you know what?
Do this. It's not.
I just probably am not the right person for this job. I really don't. I don't think I can fulfill your vision.
Yeah.
I'm honored to actually be in position to work for you. But I don't think it's going to be a great working relationship. I would love to refer you to some people I think.
And that's what I should have done.
That's just a random example of
I should have added value
where you can. There you go. Add value.
Still added, and even in rejection, I should have. I can't do this for our visions don't align. But here are 3 people that will love to work with you. I'm still helping you, even though I can't help you.
I'm telling you, people, this is something that I think we all want to have. Especially in our business world, because we don't have to serve everybody, right? It's like Catch the Moment podcast isn't for everybody. But you know what? Equip yourself with a tool or two that could position the people who may perceive you to be the answer, and it doesn't work out for whatever reason. Try to find some value on the way out. Give them a clear sense of understanding as well as direction, so they can be like, man, this guy's fantastic. I didn't get a chance to work with him, but boom.
You know what we didn't ask you?
Where was I for the catch?
Where were you for the catch?
I was in Utica College. I was in the football. I was not football. Excuse me. I was with my football players. We were in the auditorium, and I was watching the game. It was the fourth quarter, and I remember it vividly because, of course, you were playing the game. Just know where you were. So, little known fact was the play before it. You got the ball. Did you run the wrong route or something like that? But Eli overthrew you.
No.
And remember, Eli overthrew you, and I thought that was. I was like, oh my God, like Dave almost made a catch in the Super Bowl. Yeah, you had scored already, so I was already on high. But they dropped the DB dropped the pick.
Yep.
So the next play, Eli does what he does. He gets out. He threw the ball in the air. Dude comes down. And I didn't know who it was. I was like, yes, we nailed that. So I'm excited. Just as any football fan is. But then they show the replay. And I lost my mind. I was inconsolable. I don't think I saw a plaque score because I was sprinting, and I was in shape then, so I could run for a while. I was sprinting around that daggone auditorium because my big brother had just made an incredible play. Now, I make jokes now. I'm like, only David would catch a ball on his face. Because you couldn't just go up and high point it, and you did high point it.
I did high point it.
But you did it had it on your head somehow.
Because there was a defender there.
Right.
Only David can do that.
I love this guy. He act like you didn't see the replay like there was one of the best safeties ever on my back.
Was he really a cover guy, or was he really a hard hitter guy? Because
both. That's what safeties do.
They come with a thump.
Yeah,
all right.
Supposed to.
He didn't come with a thump.
They were like Siamese twins.
They were. Yeah. Okay. They were.
He did come with a thump. That's what made it so amazing.
I was so elated because I was like, and the cool part was, fantastic. I didn't call you then, but you called me the next morning, and you were tired, And you were exhausted because I don't know what you guys do at the Super Bowl.
I didn't feel like I was exhausted.
No,
you in a dream.
No, you called, and I remember you sound like you were just tired. And I was like, my brother called me, man. That's really. I was on my way to lunch.
I'm glad you remember. I don't remember anything. All right, I believe you.
And then you also threatened me. You said, Burnell, I'm changing my number. Do not give my number to anybody. I was like, okay. But it was like, and I reflect, like, even then I was, retrospective, I was like, he called me the day after the Super Bowl. Man. That's pretty damn cool, man. Like, you thought enough to call me, man. I was like, that's pretty incredible.
Did you call 6 times, though?
No, I did not.
You did?
I did not. That day I did not. That time I did not.
You probably did.
I didn't. I know I did.
I love it.
Can't remember.
Probably. So, Burnell,
yes,
I want you to give us. So, I know you're breaking in and you're in this photography, videography space. What was a defining moment for that?
The minute that I started recording, you guys' wedding anniversary was really important because I did that on my cell phone. And the movie was a half hour to 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
Let me paint the tape, set the stage for how dope this work is, and we're gonna put this on Catch the Moment on the YouTube eventually. I had a great opportunity. We were celebrating 15 years of marriage. We were doing a whole weekend, and we had friends coming from
everywhere, man.
From everywhere. Definitely invite only, but
it wasn't like everywhere, like everywhere in New Jersey, everywhere in Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia.
Just we are rich in relationship. I'm telling you, rich in relationship.
Man.
So we tasked Burnell as we were going to tell the story of us up to 15 years and celebrate our marriage. One thing that we celebrate, we believe that what gets celebrated is what gets done. So make sure y'all catch that. What gets celebrated is what gets done. If you have children, what gets celebrated is what gets done. So that's what we believe in. We celebrate marriage. We had, karaoke the first day?
Karaoke, had dinner.
We had karaoke, we had dinner.
Brunch on Sunday.
All right, so that was the Saturday. Saturday was karaoke at the house. Then we went to dinner at, what's the name of it?
City Perch.
City Perch and iPick in Fort Lee. Yeah. And after dinner, we had the unique opportunity to get into the movie theaters at the iPick Theater and display Burnell's work with our friends. We had 30 minutes, the movie theater to ourselves. It was dynamic. My boys.
Bro,
so 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
No, it was 30 minutes.
45 minutes of it.
No, it was probably 30 minutes. I think we had.
So what I didn't tell you guys was that morning it wasn't uploading. Like, that's why I needed the new computer. Like, it was, I had finished it, and it took me a long time to do it. But, like, I didn't stop. Like, I just didn't stop. Like, some stuff, you pick up, you put down, like, I'll get to it. Like, I didn't stop.
Sure.
I was up till 4 o'clock in the morning. I pressed export on iMovie, which is when I say cookie cutter basic starter. Sure. And I'm uploading, it wouldn't upload. I'm freaking out because it took me so long, but it uploaded, and there's a whole story behind shooting a whole. I used 2 phones. I had one steady cam. I had one cam that I was walking around with so I can catch.
Fantastic.
We recorded B-roll, so that it would be complimentary to the story. It was like I did that with an iPhone and stuff that I had in my head.
Still some of your best work today?
But that.
No, honestly, it came out great. Like, obviously, the entire weekend came out great, but he was a big part of that, helping us tell our story of marriage up to 15 years.
Bro, it was. You put it on the iPick. It was like, it was on a movie screen.
Fort Lee, iPick Theaters.
It was on a movie screen, man.
Immaculate experience. I think that could definitely be a moment. I'm glad that we were able to be a part of it.
Was it the first extensive video type thing you did up to that point?
The longest up to that.
Yeah, that was the longest.
That was the longest I did. But shooting you guys for Clean Juice, shooting stuff for myself.
Right. Yes, that's right.
So that was a big deal for me.
Yeah,
because I worked hard on it and I liked it and I did it for you guys. It meant a lot. And then Felicia Willis, who's top 30 in the world, voted. It's verified.
Let's go, Felicia Willis.
And her husband, Jason, they believed in me. They gave me an $1,100 camera that I still use. They gave it to me. That was her camera. She gave it to me. My wife bought me a camera. You guys bought me my MacBook. that's what I've been saying. Relationships.
Yeah, it's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Like I literally have done nothing but just, and it's like, and
Well, you've done a lot.
I'm grateful, man.
You've done a lot, and that's the reason why we believe. He who has more will be given. Everybody remembers that. You have to put when people see that you're committed, then it's easy to buy into it. It's kind of like charity work, right? If you haven't committed dollars, effort, and energy to the work, it's gonna be hard to find people to believe in your vision, right? So, man, we could go obviously on and on, and this is, like I said, the magic behind Catch the Moment. This has been the magic behind storytelling. There's a whole lot more story to tell in relation to Burnell Branch, To Be Media LLC.
You say, I want to have you on here again. And
I don't know if I want to have you on here again.
I'll just record myself and send it.
So that's basically the kind of shenanigans that you're going to have to look forward to. Because honestly, you see my beauty here. We have so much to offer, and I'm saying that humbly. Like,
but when I say I'm dope at photography, you say, hey, you're not dope.
You're too early.
Track record. You're too early. You're like a couple years in.
It's too early.
You see how that's big bro talking. Like, you're a couple years in and you're pretty good.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that good?
I mean, you
got to be honest. This has been.
You can't even withstand a credit report. Like, 7 years to establish credit
Let's
report.
go ahead and throw this out. My credit's immaculate. All right? I want to thank my wife, Sasha Lauren Branch, because she saved my credit. All right? So my credit's amazing. And how about this? The reason why I say I'm dope is not because I'm cocky. I say that because I have a problem with confidence. Mm-hmm. I have a problem saying I'm good at something.
That's
I have
good.
a problem with it.
Come on, now you're going with them bars.
I'd much rather be like I shot with Felicia this past week, and some dude was trying to give me compliments. I was like, no, just talk to them.
Say thank you.
Stop. And that's the point I got to.
Yeah,
I got to a point where I was like, man, thanks, appreciate it. So when I say I'm dope, it's not because I'm cocky. And it can be misconstrued as
no. I've never thought you'd be cocky.
No.
You ain't cocky.
I just want to be confident because I'm good at this, and I really want to be good because I want
Damn
to serve.
good at it.
Yeah,
You're damn good at it, son.
I want to be good so I can serve other people.
Yes.
Well, listen. Hey, listen. I want y'all to know. Make sure y'all support. Follow my boy on Instagram.
Yes.
Check out the 2B Media LLC platform completely. But at the end of the day, he belongs to us. So don't let this go too far. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, he's available, okay? He's available pocket. He does a wide variety of things.
Does a lot.
He can do weddings. He can do podcasts. He can do clips for your business. He even does corporate events.
That's right.
So he is super talented. I want to make that very clear. He is super creative. He's an amazing writer. He really is an amazing brother. He's an amazing worker. And I have to say, you've done well by us. Yeah. And I want to thank you publicly because you've loved us very well. And I know that that's the same love that you use when you're working for others.
He's going to cry.
I got to say a joke before I cry. So I'm not going to do is make
Definitely going to cry.
And guess what? He puts up with me.
Oh
that
my
is
God.
actually what I love about you the most.
That's part two.
That's honestly, he puts up with me. He puts up with my scrutiny. He puts up with my critiquing. He puts up with every bit of it.
He'll tell me how to shoot something. It's like, you don't know the first thing about a camera. How you tell me how to shoot? But how about this? You do. Every time,
some way, somehow,
every time she's told me to do something, I want to be like, you're wrong, and I got proof why. But it's every time it's like, God damn it.
Skibbity doo dah, skibbity da.
Freaking Leila. She was right again. I gotta go back. I'm not gonna mention it.
I'm not gonna mention it. Fantastic.
Listen,
that's another story.
It's one of the relationships that's been responsible for my peace.
Oh man.
And like I said, it's these divine relationships. And I think for me being in a position, I've never considered myself a celebrity. I love the journey of being an athlete, but I never esteemed myself so far above any of my peers. And so even though when I was even a mean young man, okay, I'm so glad that I kept that door open. I'm so glad that your family embraced us because the fruit of our family and the way that God has nurtured us and matured us has been through the love that Burnell and his family has actually sowed into us. So it's this dynamic relationship that's continued to flourish, and he's a big part of the reason why, as we do at DT3, we get great done. So that's what we do. That's what we're on the road to. And honestly, bro, I'm super proud of you and look forward to, because the best is yet to tell. I just told him this is our year. This is our year.
When am I going to see a paycheck?
I want to thank y'all for. I want to thank y'all for tuning into this episode, because he's not getting paid for this, and that's not up for discussion. But we want to thank you for tuning in each and every week, where you get the pain points, because Burnell's pockets is in pain. The journey along the way to your greatness, your moment, your opportunity to get great, right?
You drive a Tesla and an Audi, and I don't have anything. Either one of you. You guys have a good day. This is Catch the Moment Podcast. We love y'all.
It's not closing out my podcast. It's not closing out. Thank y'all for tuning in, folks.